Hello, Instagram. Hello, Instagram. It's been a minute since I came live. How is everyone doing today? Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are doing well. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much for joining my live. It's been a minute since I came live. I don't think I've come live. When did I come live last? I don't remember. I don't think I've come live since I had my event. Yeah, I don't think I've come live since then. But hello, everyone. Oh, thank you so much. Divine Obiora says you look pretty. Hair details. Sure, the person who did my hair is actually one of my coaching clients. If you go to my page, Fatima Braids and More. Okay. I'm going to tag her on here. Fatima does all my hair. She does my wigs. She does my weave on. She does my braids. So this is a sew-in, okay? What I have on right now is a sew-in, and she did this, okay? She'll get the hair for you. She'll do the sewing for you, but she's in Atlanta, okay? She's in Atlanta. So if you don't live in Atlanta, I don't think Fatima can do your hair for you. So, yeah, billionaire Ilo, it's good to see you. Hello, everyone. So, hair details, I have given you guys the hair details. Fatima Braids and More is my hair person. She does my braids, she does my cornrows, she does my weaves, she does my sew-ins, she does all of that, but she's in Atlanta. Okay? So, you have to be in Atlanta to go to her. But, hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Okay, you guys already know the topic of the day. This is Ask Dr. Iyabo, but I also have a topic planned for you. Every time I do Ask Dr. Iyabo, I always make sure, oh, you are in Atlanta, oh, Diana Rochelle, you are in the ATL, then you are lucky. Just follow Fatima Braids and More. Tell her that you want to get the same sew-in that she did for me. She'll get the hair for you and all of that good stuff. So there you go. Yeah, so you can get your hair done. So today is Ask Dr. Iyabo. I'm taking your business questions, your dating questions, your self-confidence questions, your health and wellness questions. Any questions you have for me, you have me here as a freebie. This is like a free coaching session. You have me here to answer your questions. So start typing your questions. I will start talking about the topic that I prepared for you guys today. And we'll have a good next, 40 minutes or so before I log off. Okay? So this is Ask Dr. Iyabo. Ask Dr. Iyabo your questions anytime, and start telling me where you're joining in from while I'm typing, guys. You guys know the drill. Start telling me where you're joining in from. Ask Dr. Iyabo your questions anytime. Okay, let me see. Type your questions anytime. Type your questions anytime. Okay? Yeah, so type your questions anytime. Start telling me where you're joining in from. It's best for you to use the question bubble in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen rather than typing it in the comments, because if there are many comments, I may miss it. There's somebody from San Francisco. There's Kiki Kamanu from DC. Kiki Kamanu, I don't think I own any of your clothes. I need to come and patronize you. I know there are many of my friends that wear some of your beautiful outfits. I need to come and patronize you, Kiki Kamano. I need to, yes. And thanks for joining my live. I feel so honored to have all of you here. So there's Port Harcourt, there's DC, there's Mozambique, there's Abuja, Nigeria, there's Lagos, Nigeria. Oh, Lisa, thanks for sending me flowers. Kiki Kamanu says that can be rectified. Yes, that can be easily rectified. I need to get an outfit from you. Yes, I need to buy an outfit from you. Oh, and Pepe is joining in from Baltimore. Pepe is one of my long time childhood friends. Pepe, lovely to see you here, Pepe. Sasha is joining in from Liverpool, England. Oh my gosh. That Liverpool has a special place in my heart because my husband is the biggest Liverpool fan. Okay, I'm telling you, my husband is the biggest Liverpool fan. My husband's English, and if Liverpool is playing, everything stops. He has to watch the match. I have watched many Liverpool football matches with him. A writer chick says, "Who are you? Because I love your energy. Perfect timing." Oh, thank you. Thanks for loving my energy. My energy is very simple. I'm a very simple person. I just want to help the world. I just want to have fun. I just want to help women be the best that they can be. So who am I? My name is Dr. Iyabo Webzel. I'm a board certified pediatrician. I'm 52 years old. I've been practicing medicine for 29 years. I'm an entrepreneur. I love having my own businesses, and I wish the same for every woman, that every woman would be able to start their businesses so they can have financial freedom, time freedom. They can work at their own schedule. They can work at their own pace. They can travel when they want. They won't want to have to worry about money anymore. They can give to charity. So my goal is to convert as many women as I can into entrepreneurship. I know that all of us cannot be entrepreneurs, but as many that I can convert, I will convert, because once you are successful as an entrepreneur, you will never look back. Okay? It's just that in the first 5 years when you start, it's not easy. Okay? The first 5 years are not easy. Okay, why is she ringing the bell? Why can't she just come in? Guys, 1 second. I'm alone at home and I think my gardener is ringing the bell. 1 second. Thanks so much. Bye. Hi there. Yeah, that was not my gardener. That was my personal assistant. Every time I'm live and I have one of my helpers come, interrupt me, I always want to use that as a teaching lesson, because my life works because I have many people in my life. I actually have my gardener lady helping me with the plants and, with the flowers in my garden, because we're changing seasons. Every time we change seasons, we have to change the plants, because it's getting a little bit, it's getting a little bit cool now. So my gardener is outside helping me, and then the bell rang, and that was my personal assistant lady that I sent on errands to my office. So I sent her on errands to my office this morning, and she came back with my mail and the things I sent her with. So my life works because I outsource the outsourceables. Okay? You have to outsource the outsourceables. If you want to make money, if you want to have peace, if you want to age backwards, you have to outsource the outsourceables. You are going to have to hire people so that you can make more money. Women, we always get it wrong. We feel like we need to do everything on our own so that we can keep the money to ourselves. No. No. The best thing you can do for yourself is to outsource all of those chores, all of those tasks, so that you can really focus on the things that bring you money. Okay, a lot of us women, we don't outsource enough. We want to be the cleaner. We want to be the cook and the chef. We want to be the wife. We want to be the mother. We want to be the friend, the grandma. We want to be the gardener. We want to be the shopper. You have to outsource the outsourceables. Yes, so Peppy. We have to outsource the outsourceables. If we look at how those of us who are African born, if we look at the way that our parents raised us. When I was young, my mom wasn't the one running after all these things. My mom had, we had helpers at home. We had like 2 or 3 drivers at any point in time. My mom sometimes would have cooks that would come in to make some food. My mom cooked a lot, but sometimes she would have people to come in and cook. We have to delegate, but these days, we women, we want to be super women. We want to keep all the money so that we can buy the latest weave and the latest shoes and the latest bags. So we don't delegate. But if you want to get wealthy, you have to start learning how to delegate. You cannot do it all. Okay, you have to start learning how to delegate. So that was my first teaching point of the day. I didn't plan that, but it just so happened that while I'm live, my personal assistant, Caitlin, rings the bell and I had to answer the door. So there's your first lesson of the day. Okay, we're talking about you today. And that's the first thing we have to say about you, that you have to outsource the outsourceables so that you can flourish. Okay, so Deanna has a question. Deanna has a question for me. I'm loving this. So Deanna says, I am in a mostly male-dominated industry, and the industry is insurance. The sales techniques are a little old school. How can I remain feminine while being in a male shark industry and attract business instead of chase? Okay. So listen to this. I am in a mostly male-dominated industry, which is the insurance industry. The sales techniques are a little old school. How can I remain feminine while being in a male shark industry and attract business instead of chase? Wonderful question, Deanna. My answer for you is that you stay true to yourself. Okay? Authenticity always wins. Okay, Deanna, I hope you're here and I hope you're listening. Authenticity always wins. You don't have to be who you are not. You don't have to put on an act. You don't have to try to be masculine like the other males that are, working with you. You just be yourself. And how are you going to be yourself? You are going to be your feminine self when it calls for you to be feminine, and you're going to bring on your masculine traits when it calls you to be masculine. Let me explain, okay? All of us, male or female, we all have feminine and masculine traits on a spectrum. There are some of us women that have more masculine traits, and we have to learn how to put on a feminine when it calls for it. There are some men who are a bit more feminine than some other masculine men. So we all have masculine and feminine traits on a spectrum, right? When you are at work, okay, when it calls for you to be decisive, you are going to be decisive. Okay? When it calls for you to communicate your ideas, you are going to communicate your ideas. Okay? You don't have to lessen yourself because you're in a male-dominated industry. No. Okay? Never ever lessen yourself for anybody. Never ever dim yourself for anybody. Now, I always say that when you're a woman in an industry that is male dominated, you don't have to try harder than usual. You communicate politely, you communicate respectfully, but you communicate sternly with a smile on your face, okay? For instance, let me show you examples, right? If you're in a meeting with maybe 7 men and you're feeling a little intimidated and you're like, they're looking at you like, you are going to, of course, you appear to that meeting well-dressed. You don't have to dress like a man. You can wear a skirt suit. You can put on your, your weave or whatever. Your makeup. Come in looking feminine, come in looking confident. And when they're speaking, and you feel like they're ignoring you or they're not allowing you to talk, you ask to talk. You'll just say, excuse me, may I say this? If they still don't listen, hi guys, hi gentlemen, excuse me, I have an idea here. You can talk with your hands. You have to be stern. You have to be decisive. Make sure you have done your homework. You know what you're talking about. Sit up straight with confidence, okay? Don't crouch. Don't crouch, don't lean over. You sit up straight with confidence. If you talk the first time in your soft voice, they don't hear you. Raise up the volume a bit and just say, excuse me, I do have an opinion here. I have something I'd like to say. And then when you start talking, just say, oh, thank you very much, but I would like to say this, that, and this is what I suggest, and this is what I suggest. That is how you do it. You have to speak up. You have to own your voice. and don't let anybody dim you or lessen you at all. The thing about us women is that we feel intimidated sometimes, then we start to, become overly feminine, or we put on some overly feminine voice that is not our voice. You don't have to put on some overly feminine, flirtatious voice. No. Business is business. You sit up straight, confidently, and you voice out your opinion sternly, strongly, without shouting, without screaming, without a frown on your face. You can say it with a smile on your face and just say, yes, I do have an opinion here. Yes, so I feel like we should do this and we should do, and if they're trying to butt in, you'll say, excuse me, please, I'll prefer not to be interrupted. Please kindly let me finish my thoughts. Okay, so that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You are going to be yourself. You are going to make sure that you are, well trained in what it is you're speaking about. Come in, make sure you've done your homework, you know what you're talking about. Dress in your best attire, feel good, feel confident, sit up straight, and own your space. Own your space. And don't let anybody ever dim your light. And if they continue shutting you off, and which I don't think will happen, if you demand that you would like to say something, trust me, they will be quiet. If you just say, excuse me, gentlemen, I would like to add something in here, they will listen. They will listen. I hope that helped. Be authentic. And don't let anybody intimidate you, and don't let anybody dim your light. That is it. And learn communication. Communication is key. Okay? Communication, effective communication is key in your success. Wherever you are, whether you own your business, whether you are in an institution, you have to learn how to communicate. Luna, stop it. Shh. Luna, be quiet. I'm so sorry. My daughter's dog is spending time with us, and she's been going crazy all day. Luna, come here. Luna, come here. Oh my gosh. Can you guys still hear me? Oh my. This live is going to be interesting today. One second, guys. Come here. Sit. Okay. This live is really interesting today. First it was the doorbell, then it's the dog. Then it's the dog that will not keep quiet, because my gardener just showed back up. She spotted her out there and she went crazy barking. My apologies, life happens. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Deanna. Keep the questions coming. Now I'm going to go in. I know. Now I'm going to go into the topic that I prepared for you. So, you saw on the live, on the flyer that I posted about, you are the block in your own life. Okay? I have been teaching and mentoring women for many, many years. I used to teach medical students for many, many years, male and female. And I've been coaching for quite a number of years. I've mentored medical students for, 13, 14, 15 years. But I know that every woman who is struggling with achieving her goals, she is always the issue why she's not achieving her goals. I'm telling you, if today you're struggling with achieving any goals, and I'll tell you the three to five most common goals that women want to achieve. First of all, a lot of us women want to be financially independent. We're struggling with money. We feel like we just don't have enough. We feel like we have to be dependent on our husband or a boyfriend or somebody. We want to have financial independence, right? Whether we're in a business, whether it's entrepreneurship, or whether we're employed, whatever it is, number one goal for a lot of women is money. Women want to have control of their own money. They want to stop worrying about money. Number two will be love. right? Love and dating and marriage and romantic relationships. A lot of women struggle with their love relationships. They're just not happy with the situation with their husband or their boyfriend, or they're single, they're divorced, they're widowed. They feel like they're not good enough. They can't, they can't attract a good man. Number 2 is love and dating, right? Number 3 will be health and wellness, even though number 3 should be number 1. Right? Health and wellness should always come first, but I feel like it's not always quite the number 1 thing women want. Health and wellness, a lot of women want to shed weight, they want to shed post-pregnancy weight, they want to shed belly fat, or their doctor has told them they have high blood pressure or heart disease or pre-diabetes or diabetes, and they want to get healthier. Those are the top 3 things that most women want: money, love, and number 3, health and wellness. Then number 4, number 5 will be things like women want to be more confident. A lot of women lack confidence, so women want to have higher self-confidence, higher self-esteem. They also want to learn better communication. They want to feel confident about public speaking, about showing up and using their voice. So there's some other goals, but money, love, health, and wellness will be the top 3. Now, if it has been achieved before, okay? If any of those 3 things you're looking for, if it has been achieved before, there's no way or nothing that will stop you from achieving it. I'm telling you the truth. This is why people will tell you that poverty in most situations, I know there are exceptions. There are exceptions where there's war or where you just don't have a choice because of the family you're born into. But for the most part, poverty is a mindset. Wealth is a mindset, okay? Your mentality, your beliefs, the way you think, how your mind is propelling you to act. Those are the things that affect the outcome of your life, right? So if it's been done before, there's no way that you cannot achieve it. If it's that you want to start earning 7 figures, many people have, I'll get that question in a second. Many people have made 7 figures, 8 figures even. So if it's that, I'm struggling with money, I want to start making 7 figures. My goal is in the next 5 to 10 years, I want to be a millionaire. I want to have assets in 7 figures. I want to have assets in millions. Many people have done it. So why not you? Right? Or it's that I just can't attract a good man. All the men out there are jerks. I keep meeting men that are not good for me, that are narcissists, that cheat on me, that are not good. Well, there are many women who have good men in their lives. Yes, there are many good women who have good boyfriends, who have good husbands. So if it's been done before, you can do it as well. Health and wellness, need I say more? Right? Don't let anybody put you in a box that because you're 40 years old, you can't lose weight, or because you're 50 or 60, you have to have belly fat. There's no 55-year-old that has a slim belly unless you do surgery. All those things are lies. If it's been achieved before, you can achieve it. Don't let anybody deceive you. There's too many rumors and lies and excuses and all sorts of ridiculous things, information flying around. Don't listen to people, okay? If it's been achieved before, certainly you can achieve it as well. So who is the denominator? Who is the commonality in all of your goals? It is you. It is you. You are the one standing in your own way. You are the elephant in the room, okay? I'm telling you, money struggles is a mindset. Poverty is a mindset. Getting wealthy is a mindset. Losing weight is a mindset. Okay, attracting a good husband, attracting a good partner is a mindset. It's what you believe that you are attracting, sis. Okay? All of you on this live and those of you that are going to watch the replay on my YouTube, what is going on in your life now is what you believe. I'm telling you, this is why our minds and our spirits they're so strong and so vital. If you believe that you'll continue attracting jerks, as boyfriends, you will continue attracting jerks. If you believe that it's just so hard to run a business and you just can't make money and this business is never going to survive and you'll never make any profit, you'll never make any profit. Okay, I'm telling you, if you believe, oh, I'm not qualified enough to make 7 figures, it's only doctors like Dr. Iyabo that make 7 figures, it's only this, it's only white people, it's only black people, it's only people in America, you guys have all sorts of ridiculous reasons. What you're believing is what, like people say, I don't like using the word manifesting because me, I'm a Jesus girl. I don't manifest anything. All of my life I owe it to God and my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So manifest, if you want to use manifest, that's fine. I don't believe in manifesting. I believe in faith and works. Okay? I believe that if you have faith, okay, and you put in the work, absolutely you're going to get what you want. Did you guys hear me? If you have faith, and what is faith? Belief. Okay? Faith is believing. I believe that I'm going to attract a good husband. I believe that I'm going to attract the husband of my dreams. I believe that there's a great man out there for me, right? Yeah, that is faith. And then works, well, then I'm going to get up, get dressed, and go out maybe to parties or to conferences or to functions where I can meet men, or I'm going to put my pictures up on an online dating site and start meeting men, because faith without works is useless. You can't say, oh God, bring me this lovely man, but then you're sleeping in your house in PJs all day. Where is the man going to come from? You think God is just going to fly him through the walls of your house? Or you say, my business is going to do well. I'm going to start this business. It's going to grow to 7 figures in the next 5 years. It's going to be successful. I'm going to change many lives. I'm going to make a lot of sales. By 5 to 10 years, I'll be grossing and netting 7 figures. That is faith. You're speaking faith into your life. Then, behind that faith, you are then going to put in the action, works. Okay? You're going to put in the action. You can't just be saying you're going to earn 7 figures in your business. You're going to, what then? What about the action? You have to put in the action. You have to actually get up, hire a coach like Dr. Iyabo to help you find funding for your business, write a business plan, and start working hard at your business every single day. And be consistent and be patient. You can't show up for 2 weeks and be tired for 2 weeks and say you're taking a break. There's some of you work for 2 weeks, you're tired, then you take a break off Instagram. You cannot do that. You have to practice self-care while you're working. A lot of you neglect your self-care. This is why you get tired so easily. You have to practice self-care. You have to eat right. You have to sleep. You have to drink water. You have to read books. You have to rest. You have to relax. So there's nothing you set your heart to that you cannot achieve unless it's never been done before. And even if it's never been done before, there are many people that are doing things that have never been done before. The first person who flew to Mars was the first person who flew to Mars. If he or she had been saying, there's no way we can ever go to Mars, or there's no way, will it ever be done? Okay? Or Elon Musk, when he started with the electric cars and all of that, if he too said, oh no, it can never be done, but he did it, So as long as it's been achieved before, you can achieve it. I don't care whether you live in Africa, or you live in Europe, or you live under a rock, or you live in a hut, or you live wherever. As long as you believe you can have it, you will have it. But that's the problem. The problem with many women is that half of you don't believe you can have it. Then half of you believe you can have it, but you don't put in the work. Okay? That is the problem. 50% of you think very little of yourselves. And I'm going to give you some examples. 50% of you don't think you're good enough. Even though you have an MBA and you're a doctor and you have 5 PhDs, you'll still think you're not good enough. You still think you're not good enough to start a business. You still think you're not good enough to be a coach. You still think you're not good enough to teach people anything. You still think you're not good enough to come live and speak. Even though you have all of these qualifications, you still think you're not good enough. So 50% of you don't believe. And you say, a lot of you are Christians and Muslim, and you believe that, you say you read the Quran, you read the Bible, and you believe, but do you really believe? Do you really have faith? Do you really? Because 50% of you believe, or rather 50% of you don't believe that you're capable of achieving your goals because you feel you're not good enough. Another 50% of you actually believe that you can achieve your goals, but you don't put in the work. Or you put in the work for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and you quit. Then you start the complaining, you start the excuses, you start the blame game. I didn't do this because... Once I hear that, I just block her. I just totally block myself out. I don't like excuses. That's one thing I don't like. I can't stand it. When people are like, oh, my business collapsed because of President Biden. My business collapsed because of President Trump. It's because of the government. It's because of this. It's because of that person. It's because of you. You are the common denominator. Your business didn't survive because of you. You are the business owner. You are the CEO. Okay? So, you are the block in your own life. Before I go to some examples, I'm going to read your questions, okay? Because I believe there are a couple questions up here. Let's go up there. And you guys should tell me whether you agree with me or not. But anything you're struggling with today, you are the one in your own way. You are the one blocking yourself. Because if it's been done before, the people who've done it, they don't have 3 heads or 5 heads or 10 heads. They were created by the same God that created you. And if you believe you can have it and you put in the work, the consistent work, okay? Without trying for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, and then starting to complain and say, it doesn't work, it doesn't do this, all this thing is a scam, business is a scam, no businesses survive, all this coaching is a scam. Once I hear people saying everything is a scam, this is a scam, I know that they are the issue. And they have work to do on themselves, on the inside. You have a lot of work to do. If you feel that everything is the problem, or if you still are feeling like you're not good enough, I'm not qualified enough, I'm not good enough, you have major self-esteem issues that you have to confront. Major. Because many women are like that. They always feel they're not good enough. They're not good enough. The Mom Spot Dubai says, how to balance professional and personal life. Oh my gosh. My dear Mom Spot Dubai, that is a heavily weighted question. How to balance your professional and personal life. The easy answer I'm going to give to that is you have to learn how to outsource. You cannot do it all. Okay? Your life will function much better if you can delegate, if you can ask for help in both your professional life and in both your personal life. That is the summarized answer to that. There's many more questions. Answers. There's going to be, you have to make time for your self-care. You have to make time for your self-development. You have to invest in yourself. You have to have a good social life. You have to have a good support system. There's so many. But the summarized answer to that is outsource the outsourceables. You don't have to be the one cooking, cleaning, driving the kids here and there, driving yourself here and there, being the best mother, being the best wife, being the best for everybody and neglecting yourself. No. So please outsource. Okay? Outsource. The next question, how to get me time while working and taking care of family. The same person asked the same question. You ask the same question in a different way. You have to outsource. You have to outsource. When I was in my late 20s, 30s, when I was starting my business, I had 2 young kids. They were like 11 and 5. I was going through a bad marriage. My divorce was, impending. My practice was quite new. I had a lot going on. So I had to outsource. I have said this over and over on my lives. I had to outsource. I had to hire babysitters, not one babysitter. I had like 3 babysitters. Some of them driving my kids to school, some of them picking them up, taking them to their aftercare activities. I had some that would help me with grocery shopping. I had a cleaner. I had people helping me with things. You have to put aside part of your budget for help because you cannot do it all. If you try to do it all, you're going to burn out. You cannot do it. You cannot do everything by yourself. Okay? I hope that answered your question. There's another question here. Yael says, how do you focus on your goals and your priorities and cut out all the noise and extras when you feel all are worthy of your time? Very good question. Did you guys hear that question? Yael just asked a very good question, which is a very practical question. She said, how do you focus on your goals and cut out all of the noise? Okay? Cut out all of the nonsense. Mind my language. I'm sorry, but it is nonsense. There's a lot of noisy nonsense out there. A lot of noisy nonsense being blurted out because everybody now is on social media. Everybody feels like because they have a platform on social media, they are qualified to blurt out nonsense. They're qualified to teach you things that they don't even know. So be very, very, very careful. Okay? How do you focus on your goals and cut out all the noise and extras when you feel all are worthy of your time? First of all, why are they all worthy of your time? Yael, I want to answer that question first. I want you to respond to that before I even answer that question. Why do you feel that all of that noise is worthy of your time? Please answer if you're still on here. Let me take a sip of my water while I wait for your answer, because I need you to answer that because I'm curious as to why you feel that all of the noise is worthy of your time. Why do you feel that? And if you want, you can join me. Do you want to join me live? Do you want to come live with me to talk? I'm happy to bring you on to talk. If there's anybody who wants to ask their question with me live, I'm happy to bring you on live to talk. But Yael, can you please answer that question? Why do you feel that all that noise is worthy of your time? When you answer that, then I'll answer the question. But I'm going to go back to my topic in the meantime. So, I want you guys to start taking... Oh, okay. Yael says, I enjoy so many things. Maybe stretching myself too thin. Yes. Okay. I understand what you're saying. So Yael is saying, how does she cut out the noise? Yeah. So you have to focus. That's one of my favorite words on this earth. Focus. We women are so used to multitasking. We're so used to being able to do so many things at once that we end up doing nothing. We end up not achieving our goals because we feel that we want to do this, do that, do that. You have to focus. You have to get a journal and prioritize and write down your goals, right? I would like to write a book. I would like to start a business. I would like to travel more. I would like to lose 15 to 20 pounds because the doctor said I need to lose weight and because I want to feel better, look better. I would like to start practicing public speaking so that I can go live. I would like to, did I talk about business? So let's say you have 4 or 5 of those goals. You write them all down. Okay? You write them all down and then you pick out the most important one first. Because you pick out the 1 or 2. You can't do them all at the same time. You pick out the most important ones first. You want to write a book, you want to change your lifestyle so you can lose weight, you want to start a business. You focus. You have to focus. Okay? Guys, if you're trying to do 10 things, you're going to end up doing nothing. You're going to end up doing nothing. So out of all those things, I would say the most important thing is your health. If your doctor has told you you have to lose 20 pounds so that you don't get diabetes because you're pre-diabetic, that is your number 1 priority, right? You have to hire a personal trainer. You have to clean up your diet. You have to, put all of that into your daily habits so that you can at least stay alive. Okay? That's your first priority. So you have to list your goals. Which ones are most important to you? If one of your goals is you're in debt and debt collectors are chasing you and your credit score is terrible and you've maxed out all your credit cards and you can hardly pay your bills, you can hardly make ends meet, that is almost an emergency unless you want to declare bankruptcy. Okay? So that is an emergency. That is priority. You're going to face that first before writing a book. Right? Okay? If your finances is in a terrible order, leave the book till later. In fact, you will have more stories to write in your book. Okay? So leave the book till later. You have to figure out your finances. You're going to have to hire an expert. Like Dr. Iyabo, you're going to have to hire a business coach, a financial coach, somebody that understands money management, somebody that is skilled, that you know that they have been able to manage their money, they're doing well financially for at least 10 to 15 years to advise you. Even though you are in debt, you don't have money, you're going to have to find money to hire an expert to get you out of your predicament. So you have to focus. So who asked that question? Yael, please write it in your journal, in your notes now. Dr. Iyabo said, I have to focus. I have to prioritize. You can't do everything all at once. You can't write the book and lose 25 pounds and get out of debt and attract true love. If you are dating, if you are in debt, if you are struggling with money, you can hardly pay your bills. That's not the time to date. That's not the time to date. Otherwise, you're going to attract the wrong man. You're going to attract a man who is going to want to come and save you. You're going to attract the worst kind of man. Okay? You first deal with your finances. You clean up your finances. You get yourself in a better mental state, in a better financial situation, because otherwise you're going to be looking for somebody to rescue you. And you'll end up with a man who's going to use you, misuse you, and abuse you because he will find you vulnerable. Did you guys hear me? The man will find you vulnerable and he will use you, misuse you, and abuse you. It happens all the time. Women who are damsels in distress, they start dating because they're vulnerable, they need somebody for something. And the man figures out that this woman is needy, this woman needs them, and the man will misuse them. So don't ever date when you're vulnerable. If you're on an online dating site and you're vulnerable, close down that account, okay? If you're dating and you're vulnerable, you're not happy, you're struggling with money or struggling with self-esteem or struggling with something, figure out your life first before you start looking for a romantic partner. Otherwise, you will end up with somebody who you think can save you, but at the end of the day will misuse you because he'll see that you're vulnerable. and you're in a weak situation. Do you guys hear me? I hope you're listening. So, Yael, I think that was your question. I hope I answered it. Okay? So, Yael, you obviously need a coach. You obviously need a coach. Okay? Many of you, I can't afford your coaching. I can't afford your coaching. I can't afford your coaching. Well, we all need coaching. Whether you can afford it or not is another topic for another day. Like I always say, nobody can afford coaching. I could not afford coaching in my 30s. I took a loan. Okay? I took a loan so I could pay for coaching and so I could start a business. Some of you will say I don't like debt. Well, if you don't like debt, if you cannot take a risk, if you cannot sacrifice something, if you cannot feel uncomfortable for a season, then accept your situation. I think I posted a reel like this the other day. If you cannot feel uncomfortable for a few years so that you can be successful, if you don't want to take any risks, if you don't want to sacrifice anything, if you don't want to step out of your comfort zone, stay where you are. Because there's no gain without pain. There's no gain without pain. You may be looking at me today, but remember I'm 52 years old. I may not look it, but I'm 52 years old and I have been through ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs. I have gone through pain in order to gain. I have gone through debt in order to be financially free. I have gone through a bad marriage in order to have a good marriage, right? I have gone through disappointments in order to have triumph. Okay, I have gained a lot of weight in my pregnancies in order to visualize and think, oh, Iyabo, you cannot stay at 200 pounds or over, you have to lose weight. You have to go through pains in order to gain. No pain, no gain. If you don't want to feel uncomfortable, if you don't want to pay a qualified coach $25,000 for 8 weeks. You don't want to pay a qualified coach $3,000 for 1 week. You think it's too expensive. Then go and hire cheaper coaches and see what that gets you. Okay? What can I tell you guys? What can I tell you? Eshologe says, yes, I need coaching, but to raise the money is my problem. If you really need the coaching, you will find the money. End of story. If you really need the coaching, you will find the money. Okay, my dear sister? So let's see. There was one other question up here. Sexy D. Sexy D76. Are you sexy? Your username is funny. Your username is Sexy D76. Says, how can I stay professional in a slow-moving economy? I'm not sure I understand that question. Can you ask it in another way? How can you stay professional in a slow-moving economy? Ask it in another way, but I think I understand what you mean. That's another thing. I want you guys to stop focusing on things that are external of you. If you keep on focusing on the economy is bad, we're going into a recession, there's a recession, there's no money, the economy is slow, that's what you're going to attract into your life. Okay? Stop focusing on the external things going on around you. Excuse me, I just burped. Sorry, guys. Stop focusing on the external things going on around you. You say you're God's child, okay? In God's economy, there's no scarcity. Write that statement down, guys. In God's economy, there is no scarcity. If you keep on listening to the news and they're telling you there's inflation, there's a recession, the economy is slow, the interest rate is going up, there's no money, the exchange rate is going up, that's what you're going to fill your heart with, and that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to end up in scarcity. I've never believed anything about there's no money, there's scarcity, there's inflation. The other day, thank you, my sister Kiki Kamano. Kiki Kamano just typed, in God's economy, there's no scarcity. Absolutely not. I have never listened to all this inflation. I'm telling you, the last recession, during the time of the last recession, is when my practice slid into 7 figures revenue. I'm not joking. It was during the last recession that my practice escalated. Why? Because I'm God's child. I don't listen to all of those scarcity things. I focus on working hard. I focus on what God has promised me. I'm consistent. I keep on doing what I'm meant to do in my businesses, and the money will come. Okay, so I'm not sure that I understood your question, but you said, how can you stay professional in a slow-moving economy? First of all, don't focus on slow-moving economy or not slow-moving economy. Focus on you, yourself. Focus on what you can do to be innovative. Focus on what you can do to be resourceful. Focus on adding extra streams of income if you already have some streams of income that are going on, or focus on improving the business you already have. Focus on adding more things into your business. Ignore the slow-moving economy, because I'm telling you, millionaires get made during recessions. The facts are out there that it is during slow-moving economies, during inflation, during recessions that many more millionaires are made. Why? Because people become more resourceful. People become more innovative. They start thinking outside the box. They start taking, steps so that they can have more economy going up, more money coming in. So, I don't want you guys to start focusing on all this, the economy is bad, because it's going to block you. Why did I tell you that you are your own block? The way you think is what is blocking you. If you believe that you're God's child, and whether the economy is slow or not slow, in God's economy, there's no scarcity, that's what you're going to attract. You're going to attract abundance. You're going to attract money. Okay? So please, again, I didn't quite understand the question, but I hope I answered it to the best of my ability. Stop focusing on the slow-moving economy and focus on yourself and how you can stay consistent and how you can be innovative and resourceful for your business or for your career. Okay? Divinity Baby Kenya says, what do you do to motivate yourself on days you don't feel like showing up? I love that question. Let me read it again. Divinity Baby Kenya says, what do you do to motivate yourself on days you don't feel like showing up? Easy peasy question. You remember the lives that are dependent on you. I'm not talking about your family, okay? I'm not talking about your kids or your husband. You remember those souls that are dependent on you showing up. Why did I show up today? Because I realized I haven't done a live in a while. And then there's been some cases of some women, blocking themselves that I've been in contact with, blocking themselves because of exactly how they're thinking. And I'm like, it's time for me to go and show up for my community. I need to talk. I need to help women about how they need to move out of the way because they're the ones blocking themselves. You will show up once you realize that there are actually many people God has assigned to you. You will show up and you will keep showing up, whether they pay you or not. What I'm doing right now is for free. Nobody's paying me to do this live. But I know that all of you on this live are benefiting from this. I know there's going to be hundreds, thousands more that are going to watch this on my YouTube, and they're going to watch clips on my Instagram. And I know that lives will be changed. I know that souls will be transformed. I know that because of what I'm saying today, somebody's going to get out of debt. Somebody's going to be able to attract a good partner. Somebody's going to be able to get healthier. Somebody's life will improve, even if it's only one person. Even if it's only one person, I will show up even just for one person. I will show up even just for one soul. I will show up even just for one woman, because I know that that woman will take what I have taught her to help her transform her life. She will take it and she will go and help other people with it. And it will keep on multiplying and multiplying and multiplying. And what I'm saying today may end up changing a soul in the Philippines, or a soul in Alaska, or a soul in Iceland, or somebody that I don't even know, because that one person that got transformed from my life has taken the transformation and she has taken it to somebody else in another country, in another corner of the world that I don't even know. That is how I get motivated to show up on the days I don't want to show up on, because it's not about me. Thank you, Pepe. Because at the end of the day, what I'm doing is not about me. It's about God's assignment on my life. Okay? When you realize that what you're doing is not about you, and it's about God's assignment on your life, you will show up. And you ask God for strength. I ask God for strength. I may be in the shower and I'm like, God, strengthen me. Give me peace. Give me good health. Give me long life. Let me live to be 95, 105. Because these women need me. These women need to hear my voice. Give me peace. Give me strength. Let me rest. Let me go to sleep well tonight so that I wake up in the morning and I can show up. You ask God for strength. And He will strengthen you so you can show up for others. Esha Loge says, thanks for all you do to rekindle hope where we thought all might not be well again. There's always hope. Guys, there's always hope. I'm a living testimony. There's always hope. When you change lives, when you touch lives, when you help people, you will never be poor. You have to take the focus away from yourself, okay? You have to take the focus away from your problems. I know it's hard. Trust me, I know. When you are in that problem, it's going to seem like, oh my gosh, if only Dr. Iyabo knows. I know, I've been there, so I know. But God will strengthen you so that you can strengthen other people. Okay? He will strengthen you. So now I'm going to give you the examples and then I'm out of here, but I'll take a couple more questions. So I was talking about how you have to step out of your way. So imagine a lady who has, she's highly qualified. She has MBAs. She has PhDs. She's highly qualified. But she's still scared of showing up on social media. She's still worried about her accent. This is why I say this a lot. I talk about this a lot, that it doesn't matter whether you have an accent or not. Your accent is you. Americans have an accent. British people have an accent. Every voice, every intonation is an accent. So it doesn't matter. But a lot of us African women, we don't want to show up because we feel we have an accent. So if you're qualified, and you have all these degrees, but you're still scared of coming to do a live, you're still scared of showing up to show your face, you're still scared of being vulnerable, who is the issue? You. Who do you have to deal with? You. Who do you have to work on? You. Who is blocking you from your goals and your successes? You. Who is blocking you from being able to touch thousands of lives out there through this platform of social media? You. You are the one blocking yourself. What is the point of all those big degrees you have? All of those MBAs and the PhDs and the coaching certificates and this certificate and all of that, if you can't show up? Even if you have a coach, some of you hire coaches, they teach you how to show up, you are still scared of showing up. You have to move aside from your own way. You have to. Because it's not the government, it's not social media, it's not anything. You are the one in the way. You're going to have to start journaling about these beliefs you have in here. It's probably something you've learned from your childhood, that you're just not good enough because you're a woman, because you have an African accent, because you have an East African or West African accent. People are going to make fun of you because you have to show up. Okay? That is number one, that you are the one. There's so many of you out there that are overqualified to be able to have an online business. You're overqualified to be able to use your skills to help people. You're overqualified to be able to become coaches because people need your talents. You're overqualified to show up and change lives, but you are too caught up in your own voices. Okay? In your own voices telling you you are not good enough. You're imagining people judging you when nobody is even looking at you. You're imagining people laughing at you when nobody is even concerned about you. You are in the way of yourself. Or you're looking for a good man, right? You want to date, you're single or you're divorced and you want a good man. You've been in the dating field. You can't meet a man. You can't, you can't meet a man. You can't this, but you have it locked in your awareness that there's no more good men, or all of the good men out there, or they all want young women. Let's say you're a 45-year-old woman or you're a 50-year-old woman, and you have it stamped in your brain that none of the 40-year-old men, none of the 50-year-old men are going to look at you because all of them want women in their 20s. Isn't that a total mindset block? And you totally believe it. And because of that, you have blocked your mind to ever attracting a good husband, because you believe that all of the men, not some, all of them, all of the older men in their 40s, all of the older men in their 50s, they were never going to look at you because all of them only want to be with women in their 20s. And you believe that. You believe it. And that is blocking you every single day from putting yourself out there, from having an open feminine mind to attract a good man to your life, because you just believe this lie. Who is the issue in that situation? Is it the men that are looking for younger women that are the issue? No. You are your own issue. You are your own issue because you attract what you believe. And what you believe is that there's no man that will be interested in you because you're 45 years old. There's no man that will be interested in you because you're 50 years old. All of them want young women. So therefore, you believe that you will never attract a man. And yes, you will never attract a man. You've virtually blocked yourself from the goodness of a loving relationship. This is what a lot of you guys are doing. If you're on this live and you've been struggling with achieving your goals, you are the issue. If you're on this live and you've been struggling with money, you feel like you will just never get rich, you will never get sales, your business isn't doing well, you can't get a promotion at work, you can hardly make ends meet, you are the issue. It's not the economy, it's not President Biden, it's not the exchange rate, it's nothing. You are the issue. If you're struggling and you just cannot attract a good man, you are the issue. You have some healing to do. You have some mindset work to do. You are the issue. Or you need to take a break from dating. Like I took a 2-year break from dating. I listened to my pastor. I took 2 years off from dating. And after that, my husband came flying in. So if you're struggling with money, you are the issue. If you're struggling with attracting a good partner, you are the issue. If you're struggling with your health and wellness, you are the issue. If you're struggling with self-confidence, self-esteem, communication skills, you are your own issue. I know it is very, very humbling to listen to. It's scary to listen to. It's hard to accept. But all of your issues, all of your problems boil down to you. You are in a toxic marriage, you're in an abusive marriage. It boils down to you. You will get what you tolerate. Okay? You will get what you tolerate. You've been in a toxic marriage for many years. You've been in an abusive marriage for many years. He will not change. Then why do you stay? Why do you stay? You think he's going to change because you're staying? No. He will never change because he knows that you're going nowhere. I'm laughing because it's so simple, yet you guys, complicate this. Well, you are in an abusive marriage, but you stay. So he will continue to abuse you. Somebody says very on point. Somebody says this is true, dog. Somebody says fear of the unknown. Okay? Fear of the unknown, I go back to faith. I'm not a manifester. I'm a Jesus girl. My faith is strong. Okay? My faith is strong. I'm a Jesus girl. Why would you fear the unknown if you are a child of God? Can somebody ask that question? Okay? It's very important. Why would you fear the unknown if you're truly a child of God? Why? Why would you be scared that if you live an abusive marriage, you will never attract true love again when you're a child of God? Can somebody answer that question? That's what I want to end this live with. Yes, you're right. You're right. The person who said people don't leave because of fear of the unknown. Okay, but why are you scared of the unknown if you say you're a child of God and you're a person of faith? Unless you just say that you're not a person of faith. But many of you are Christian. I know many of you are Christian. Some of you probably go to church even more than I do. Some of you probably stay in church 7 days a week. But you're scared to leave an abusive relationship because you're scared of the unknown. You feel like you won't be able to survive. You won't be able to cope. Is he God? Is that abusive husband, is he God? Is he God? The man that is abusing you emotionally or maybe beating you up every day, is he God? No. So if you're God's child and God's promises are that I will take care of you, okay? God's promises are true. I will take care of you. He is your light. He's your salvation. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. All of those, teachings are in the Bible. If you're truly God's child, why are you scared of the unknown? You think that the God that will strengthen you to leave that marriage doesn't know about the better man that he will bring to you? So, let me read the comments and I'm out of here. This is what somebody says, Amaka says, this is what I always tell my friends and sisters. They think that I'm intimidated by their relationship and marriage. Somebody says, because you don't have true faith. Somebody says being comfortable with the now. Somebody says a child of God who still listens to the lies of the devil is definitely in transition with the Lord. True. Not necessarily the man, but society not favorable towards women in that regard. Why do you care about society? Does society live in your kitchen? As long as you don't live in my house, I don't care what you want to tell me. I don't. Does society live in your bathroom? Does society sit on your sofa in your house? Really? Does society come to your kitchen to tell you what to cook? Does society help you go to work to earn money? Why do you care about society? Why do you care? So society will say, oh, she's divorced, her marriage didn't last, oh, she's a failure. Why do you care about what they say? Are they inside your house saying that to your face? Life is simple. You guys make it complicated. Why do I care about what people think of me when I know I'm God's child? When I know that God loves me, whether I'm married or divorced or whatever, He loves me unconditionally. Why do you care about what society thinks? Why do you care? Some women are scared of leaving abusive marriage because of what the society will say about them. Somebody else is saying it. Who is the society? Okay? Who is the society? Do they live in your house? As long as the society is not moving into my house, I don't need to hear what they're saying. It's true. As long as the society is not coming into my kitchen or coming into my business to tell me what to do, I don't care what they say. They can call me whatever they want to call me. I'm God's child. Whatever they say about me doesn't change who I am in front of God. I don't care what they say. Okay? Please. Somebody has a question. What is this? What is this? What is this? Let me see. Dr. Iyabo, please, I need your advice. I want to start a business regardless of the economy, but my capital has been tied down by some greedy stakeholders here in Nigeria. I don't have funds to institute legal action and there aren't pro bono services in Nigeria. Please help. Then start a business that requires little funds. I don't know what kind of business you want to start. If you don't have any money to start a business, then start a business that doesn't require so many funds. You can come to my DM to talk to me because I'm not sure what you're asking me. Start a business that doesn't require so much money up front. Okay? Hire a coach. Come and hire me as your coach and I'll help you start a business that doesn't require so much money up front. Okay? So yeah, please come to my DM and let's talk about that. But that's my talk for today. Okay? How can I access pro bono legal services? You're going to have to Google it. And okay, I see what you're asking. You're going to have to Google that. Just Google pro bono legal services and some should come up. Or you can even look for the hashtag. Maybe if you do hashtag pro bono legal services on Instagram, maybe some things will come up. So search with hashtags or search on Google. Okay? NMA Speaks says society does not really as much as criticize people assume. It's more what we perceive of ourselves. Yes, a lot are held by fear and comfortably blame the society. Exactly. Who is that? Oh, hi. I'm on live. Yeah. Luna, be quiet. Yeah, so, yeah. That's fine. So Google pro bono legal services and look on Google as well. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of it is in here. NMA Speaks, you're spot on. A lot of what we're scared, a lot of what is holding us back is inside here. It's not on the outside. We are the ones that hold ourselves back by the way we think, what we believe, because we want to feel comfortable. Somebody said that, right? Somebody talked about wanting to feel comfortable. This is it. Comfort, sometimes comfort is a negative thing. I do want to point that out. Yes, we all want to feel comfortable, but too much comfort can block you from life's blessings. Okay? If you don't want to ever be uncomfortable, if you don't want to take any risks in life, if you don't want to make any sacrifices, then you're going to have to accept your life as it is. You're going to have to accept your life as it is. You cannot get too comfortable with being comfortable. Okay? If you're too comfortable, then it means you're saying my life is fine the way it is, but there's no growth that doesn't come with some discomfort. Okay? If you want to grow in life, if you want to elevate in life, you have to be ready to feel some discomfort. You have to be ready to feel some pain. You have to be ready to be, to not feel like you've been feeling. Yeah, if you want to start a business, the first 5 years are going to be uncomfortable until you get your systems in place, until you get your routines in place, until your profit starts to come in. But if you never want to feel uncomfortable, then that's fine. Just accept your life as it is. You cannot have your cake and eat it too. So you can't want to have your nice, comfortable life, but on the other hand, also grow. Those two things are not compatible. You cannot grow if you are accepting your comfortable life. If you want to grow, you're going to have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's where I'm going to end here today. And Fatima, hi. Yes, somebody asked me at the beginning of this live who did my hair, and I told them that you do my braids, you do my sewing weave, you do all of my hair. So I told them to contact you, so I'm sure they'll be contacting you. Okay, that's why I tagged you on this live, Fatima. That's why. So bye everybody. I'm glad that you all had your chances to ask me questions. Somebody says, I hate this quote from African women: God hates divorce, and I can't divorce my cheating husband. We have been through ups and downs together. I don't know what Bible you read, but my Bible does not say that. My Bible does not say God hates divorce. Sorry. It must be a Bible that you wrote yourselves. My God wants me to be happy. Okay? So, you want to stay with a cheating husband, you want to stay with an abusive husband, that is terrible. I did not read that in my own Bible. I did not read it. The Bible that I read is not there. But bye guys, I'm out of here. I need to go and get dinner ready. We have my stepsons for dinner today. I'm cooking ribs in the oven. I need to go and check on my ribs. So bye guys. The replay will be on my YouTube. So if you're just joining, catch the replay on my YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube. Bye, guys. Love you all. God bless. Bye.